Crash Bandicoot 4 walkthrough. I forgot the name of this level, but we are past Engine, and now I think we're having to deal with the mad scientist guy. I guess they technically all are mad scientists, but I think this is like the Frankenstein one. So, trying to think if there's another boss before him. I don't think there is. Anyway, we have more platforming, and the nice thing about this game is that it is all platforming, but it does have some things in between that are a little bit differently, and we're gonna be that are a little bit different, and we're gonna be running into that pretty soon here. So the Nitro boxes are back. I don't know if we've done a level with Nitro yet. If we have, and I already mentioned it, sorry, but as always with Nitro, you can't jump on them or you'll instantly die. Unless, of course, you have a T-key. And at the end of every level, there's a box that you can hit that will destroy all the Nitro boxes inside the level. So if you are going for all boxes, you're definitely going to want to make sure that you hit that box, because it's also kind of hard to keep track of the boxes that you have, thanks to the Nitros, just because you will look at the counter and you gotta subtract however many Nitros are in the game or in the level, because you're not gonna be able to hit those right away. And you're only gonna know that number if you look it up online, because you're probably not gonna count every last Nitro when you're going through, although someone had to have if it's online somewhere, right? So in the early stages of this game, as I've mentioned before, I am still trying to get most of the boxes, because I'm kind of teetering in my head. When I was playing this, I was teetering on the decision, do I want to attempt to 100% this game or not? And if I was going to, then I may as well practice some of the boxes now. But there's stuff like this right here, this rope sliding, that is just crazy hard. I think I died here like 4 times. Trying to get all the boxes there took many tries, and there's all kinds of points in every level where for the vast majority of the time getting all the boxes, and I missed one right there, getting all the boxes is pretty easy, except just one little section that you just have to deliberately kill yourself. And especially with this rope thing that just goes on and on and on. There's so many boxes you have to remember are there, and you have to plan ahead, because if you react too slowly, if you don't think, okay, when I jump down I have to go below the rope, and then once I hit the box I have to come back up, or once I'm below the rope I have to hold left, and you have to hold left at the right time because Crash will go back to the normal position. You can't just hold left forever. You have to do all those things in order very perfectly, otherwise you're going to miss the boxes. There are these crab enemies here, which are also very strange. It's best just to let them charge at you, and then you can hit them from behind. And there's also going to be a lot of sections in a bunch of levels that have 2 paths to take. So in the previous Crash games, that usually meant that one path was easier, and that's kind of the same thing in this one. I don't actually think the right path was easier here. I think the left one was a lot... Actually, wait. Let me say that again. The right path was a lot easier here than the left one, but I think the right one had all the boxes. And that's usually what ends up happening, which I just blew myself up with the TNT there, is that one path will have all the boxes, and the other one won't have many. So that's just kind of something, if you want to go for all boxes, you'll have to consider that too. And as I've mentioned many times before, I am skipping the bonus levels because those are very difficult on their own, and if I feel like doing them, I'm going to make a whole separate video. It'll be very unlikely that I actually do this, but I will make a whole separate video if I do them that's exclusively about the bonus levels, because that is going to take probably as long as the game took to beat to perfect those ones, and it's just... I don't know if I have the patience for that. There is a hidden gem there, so every now and then I may find one, but I'm not really going out of my way. That one's pretty obvious to find, though. The other thing that has always bugged me with Crash games is that, kind of like right there, I pushed the spin button, okay? I did push it. It's like square on the PlayStation, and he didn't spin, so that happens pretty often in every single Crash game. It just seems that like you have to preemptively spin when you're attacking an enemy. If you don't, then they win, and it's just something that's always sort of bothered me about the combat in this game. Like, this game is mostly 90% platforming with a little bit of combat in between, and it's just a little annoying having to, dying to something that you really shouldn't have died to. None of the enemies are particularly hard in this game, it's just sometimes they win the draw. There's a couple of boxes in the back there that I got that you can get if you hit that box, that silver one, and then there's a couple more of these Davy Jones enemies that are going to be these octopuses, octopi, I have no idea, that are going to be swinging around here, and for those ones I try to get above them because I don't really know how wide their sword box is, but anyway, we'll just jump over these falling platforms. Have yet another crab behind the door, which, again, just let him charge you and then go from behind. And with these TNT boxes, it's usually best, unless you really want maximum apples, it's best to just hit them and then leave, and it will count as you getting those boxes. But if you're going for all the apples, then you do want to try to hit as many boxes as you can. You want to jump on as many as you can, just so you don't miss out on those for the points. And for here, I didn't really get anywhere near getting all the boxes. Sort of close, I guess, under 20, but that's it for this level.